ladies and gentlemen, back to the Squadcast. I'm your host, Tank Franklin, with,
Way Too Nice,
and Gentle Warrior.
as always, here to talk about random bullshit, video games, entertainment, and such, as we always do, starting on the topic of gaming, as we normally do. Dave obviously has very important breaking news information coverage of your favorite game, Fortnite. Dave,
All right, we're gonna start out with Fortnite. Newest update, they got rid of, what was it recently?
Oh, they got
Blitz
rid of
mode.
things?
Well, no, they didn't get rid of it, but they just cycle a
it's
new
one of
game
the-
type every
yeah.
time. Well, so they got rid of Blitz mode, and now is Sniper.
which Blitz mode is probably the best one, honestly, so far.
I like
Describe
Blitz,
Blitz mode, because I don't think you guys have even talked about
Nah,
it.
we kind of missed that. Yeah.
Long story short, the storm is already spawned on the map. Like, normally you have to fall in, get to your spot, and then it takes about 30 seconds, and then the storm will appear and slowly move towards you.
So it makes everything
Well,
kind of more clustered. There's more people in a
Yeah,
smaller
you already know
area.
where you're diving and where you can't kind of dive, where the storm's going to be, so you don't want to go there, obviously. So
And they increased the loot, too, in
yeah,
the
the
houses.
loot's better.
Increased spawn rates?
For a lot of loot boxes and houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot more loot boxes. You get a lot more material when you swing stuff, so that's a good thing. I mean, one downfall about the game is in solo duos, any normal mode, you sit there and harvest materials for about 10 minutes and you have 200 wood. Well, I mean, not really 10 minutes, but I mean, you harvest for not a lot of supplies, and you normally have to rely on killing other people or loot llama or something like that.
Loot llamas.
So, I mean, the good thing is, they give you more loot. You're able to actually build and play the game for what it is.
It just makes everything so much more fast paced. You know what I mean? Like they literally that's pretty much what the game mode was, just to get it like more
Yeah,
phased,
exactly.
more
The game's
congested.
ended
more.
quicker.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun, and I think it was either just solos or squads. I think I don't think
That's all it was. Yeah, it
there was
wasn't
no
duos.
there was
No
no duo
duos.
no
No
duo
duos, which
blitz.
doesn't really make sense. I mean, they do that a lot.
Yeah, why are you gonna do it for two? You have three
Yeah.
types of modes, and you do it for two and not the one.
Exactly.
I
And
don't know.
duos are
trying to
I feel like
outsmart
duos are-
themselves or something. I mean, I don't know. I can't.
Well,
I
we
can't
got
think of,
these.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
what the
even the new
reason would be.
Sniper V2. I mean, they made the version
Whoa.
2
I
of
have
the
yet
Sniper
to. I have
mode.
yet to even try
Is
it.
that-
Honestly.
All right,
I don't
only
even think
change.
I've seen you guys play with that.
I haven't even tried it
because,
yet.
I mean, it's
All right, well,
it's-
hold on. Before we brush past Blitz mode, would you guys say you liked it better or worse than regular
Oh yeah,
mode?
Blitz mode of the random game modes they'll cycle because they have the all gold snipers only. Blitz mode, I forget, they probably have more modes, but yeah, of all them, Blitz mode I think is the fun.
I can honestly
Did you-
say I was at the time it was out. I was playing more Blitz than I was playing regular
So
game
you
type.
say
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it
you
was fun.
kind of
Yeah.
enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I was really hoping they had duos.
Alright,
You know what
so-
I mean? But
On the new guns then. Sniper
Well, no,
V2,
hold on. Oh
apparently.
yeah, Sniper V2. That's the version 2 of it. They upgraded it, and the only changes in the original one, it was the scoped bolt action.
And
It
a
was the
revolver,
semi-auto. Yeah, it was a
Revolver.
semi-auto sniper and the revolver, which made no sense. It's snipers only, but you get a handgun. It's a slow shooting handgun, but it made it so every gunfight ended up being 4 squad. Squad
All
versus
handguns?
squad. Yeah, with all
so
handguns.
this one is just hunting rifle and sniper. Right?
Yeah, they
That's
switched
pretty
out the
much-
hunting
yeah.
rifle
Well, that
for the
makes more
revolver,
sense.
which actually, yeah, it makes sense. So, I mean, it's a lot of... Oh, yeah, they also did add the crossbow to the sniper's game mode, which you can dual or triple crossbow, which, shoot one, switch to the next one, shoot it, and,
Same tactics as the shotgun.
pump
Yeah, that's
shotgun,
just
avoid
pro Fortnite tactics.
Pro
right there.
abuse.
They did it. They almost broke the game with the pump when you could switch
Why have
like
they
that.
not nerfed
But now
that?
they did. Well, it's weird though. It's like, all right, so in the beginning it was with the pump shotguns. I mean, you can have them both in the slots next to each other. You shoot, switch, and it's faster than having to reload the one or whatever, cock or whatever it does.
right.
So eventually they nerfed that, but then they come out with these new shotties, the legendary and the purple ones, and people are doing it with that. Like I noticed a lot of the pros, like Ninja or whatever, like he does with that, and they're like kind of long range, dude. Like he's disgusting with it. So it's pretty much the double pump with the new shotty. So it's like they nerfed it, but like they kind of still want you to keep doing it, I guess. Like I don't know,
I'll
it's-
accept that, though, because, one, I think that shotty's personally, like, you can hit high damage, high headshots, but you have to be close range, where you'd have to have a
All right,
pump shotgun.
But
The double
putting
is
this
what I
shotgun
want.
aside, do you think that exploit of the game where you can switch between the two guns and shoot faster than you normally, do you think that should be in the game, or do you think they should
Yeah,
patch
I'm fine with it because it's honestly kind of tough. Like you get screwed up in the inventory and stuff like that. Like it is like it's kind of like building. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
pump
Like
shotty, 100%. I'm glad they nerfed the pump shotty back and forth, because I could do that pretty efficiently
and
myself.
because the pumps are
It
so
was
common, these
OP.
new shotties are not as
Yeah.
common, so it's hard to get two of them. You know what I mean? Unless you can get them if you're killing people, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, you don't see it that often because they're
Mm-hmm.
kind of hard to come by. So they kind of is balanced. Like they kind of like that you're able to do that. I guess I don't know. It's not like
Yeah, the fact
yeah,
that it
it's-
hasn't really been taken out of the game
Yeah,
directly
no, because you got to be good to do it. You know
Well,
what I
they
mean? Like,
they
you gotta be on
definitely
your
had to
toes.
nerf the double pump, because regardless, even if the double pumps were hard to find and they were rarer than just white and green at the time, even if they were harder to find, it was still OP as hell. Because even your normal person, it wasn't hard to double pump, and they're pretty long range. They're OP.
For me personally, I don't know if it's playing on Xbox or console or whatever, or what, but my biggest problem is the pump shotties or any of the shotties. They're so inconsistent, dude. Like
Yes.
I can count countless times where I run up on somebody and I fucking hit them twice. Not necessarily even headshots. Like hit them right in the fucking chest. I mean, it's doing like 26, 33 or something.
Yeah.
Like literally, I rode up earlier with a guy with a blue. I had a blue pump. You know what I mean? And attack shotty. I literally hit him with a clean shot to the chest with a pump, and I hit him with another shot into the chest with a tack shotty, and he killed me with a white tack shotty. Like what the fuck? Like you know what I mean? Like it was. I don't know. Just there's so many fights like it's so inconsistent, man. Or you run up and sometimes you get the one shot with the pump. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of inconsistent.
That's a complaint everybody's had for. I feel like that's a long time people complained about that, but as of recently, now that they also one thing we actually forgot to mention, which is a really minor update, they changed the shotguns around a little bit and they added a new gun. Which what they did to the shotguns is they got rid of the purple, which was the rare, or I forget what they called it.
It's the one below gold.
Yeah,
or
it's
the
below
highest level.
Yeah, the purple shotgun.
I think
they
it's
got rid of
epic and
that.
legendary. I'm not sure.
And now you can only get up to blue tactical shoddy, which it has the same damage. It's the purple shoddy, but they made it easier to find. Now it's a blue, and now they also have uncommon, which is
the white
gray.
shot, the
Yeah,
white
the
tack
or the
shotties,
gray.
which I think are garbage.
Yeah, but that's the same thing as what the green pump shot or
Yeah.
green.
The blue
tack
pump
used to
though, I fuck with the blue pump. I mean, it's literally identical, but when you pull the stats up, you know what I mean. Like the blue pump, I believe it reloads like a fucking millisecond faster, and then
Yeah.
it does like 4 or 5 more damage
But,
or something.
but that's what I
DPS,
mean.
like-
It's the same. It's the same
it's the same
shotgun
gun,
as
yeah.
the green one used to be, but they just made them harder to get, and they made the tacticals easier in a sense. So I mean, that
I'm
was
digging.
like,
I'm digging the blue pump, so I like it a
Yeah.
lot.
All right, but let's get into the meat and potatoes.
The
of-
main
The
edition.
main vein of what just fucking came out. Drop it.
the guided missile.
Dun, dun,
Almost said heat-seeking missile. I don't know why, but
The guided missiles, man.
Basically, like, if you played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, similar to a Predator drone, except you shoot or a javelin. Or no, could you control a javelin?
No, the
Not
javelin
like
was
this.
just for
Yeah,
airplanes you took
javelin.
down.
This is like-
you could lock on to people. I'm pretty sure for a
With the
little bit.
javelin?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I'm
I'm
pretty.
not
Wasn't there a
sure.
javelin glitch? Anyway,
I'm
not
not sure.
talking about Modern Warfare 2
Actually,
right
no. All right, keep going back to that. I think you're actually right.
There was a
I do-
javelin glitch
I do think,
at
or you
one
could
point
lock
in
on to
time.
maybe cars or objects, or I don't know, something like
Something
that.
like that. But it's basically you shoot the missile, guide the missile. You
Like
steer-
RC car fucking
Yeah.
missile, like it's like deadly.
The
accurate.
problem is you can guide it so precise, and it's just, I'll just say, it's OP.
And yo,
as
people
hell.
are cranking up their sensitivities, especially like on PC. I know I've seen a bunch of videos. They're like, so you can make sharp ass turns with it or whatever. Like you crank
Yeah.
your sensitivity up
Right
and
in
you
the
could just
building,
stop
right
it on,
out of
You could
buildings.
stop it on a dime. Like I seen a dude driving it, like steering it through like shifty shafts, like the mines on there and getting like
Yeah.
a 2-piece.
Damn.
Now my thing is with it, like for the most part, if I hear it coming, which they're super loud, you can hear it from a
Yeah.
mile away. You hear it go off. You know what I mean? But it basically you could just put a little 4x building, and make sure you have a roof on it because it's going to do all damage to just the structure. It's not going to hit you. You know what I mean? But the problem is every single time I'm dealing with it, I'm literally getting pinned down to where like I have no
Yeah.
like earlier. Me and my little brother were playing. We got the second fucking teams and duos fucking 2 times right in a row. But basically what it does is it pins you down like to where he's shooting them nonstop. So I'm building and shit. But like before
You're
I can
forced to stand
yeah,
still
I
and
literally get
build.
my boundaries, and by the time I edit a hole and another stairs, and I run up and I tink miss, and then I have to. There's another one already flying in. Now Jason was like kind of running or whatever, but then the guys were pushing me. Like they just kept me pinned in. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't killing me with it, but I couldn't move, and then we ended
Right.
up getting screwed because of it.
I don't think it does crazy amounts of damage because I hit direct
Does it kill
shots.
one shot?
No, it doesn't. If they have
Really?
armor, it doesn't.
Oh,
so,
okay.
so I mean, I like the fact that it's not crazy strong where it kills people in one
Yeah, but if
hit.
they're rolling around at like 150, 160, like health and shields, like they're probably
Plus,
getting
it's
killed.
one of
It's
them
just-
things where it's like, all right, you're not going to be running around with it out. You're going to be running around with your SCAR or assault rifle. So you're going to pop, usually hit them 1 or 2, 3 times,
you're-
drop that shield, and then
Yeah.
pump it out, and then it's a good
Well, here's the thing: if you're in solos, you can build a full base and just build a little window and shoot it right out that window and be pretty much protected the whole time. But the second you're in squads, that's where it becomes OP because one squad versus the other, you could be behind a mountain far away sending these missiles. Your squad could be putting fire
Yeah,
down
just
on the
literally
building where they
pinning
can't
people
build
down
quick
from
enough.
just pinning them
Yeah.
down so then their team gets to move in on it. Like it's more of that, like fucking military fucking tactics. Honestly, It's pretty intense, and also people can ride it. We haven't tested it yet.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was just
fucking
about to
know
say, can
why.
people ride
You
it?
can. I've never even tried fucking. We never dicked around and tried the flying on the other rockets,
Yeah.
whatever. But like, because you can get fucking killed instantly. Like it'll
Yeah,
still
it
blow
seems
up
like
and
it's
do
kinda hard
damage
to
on
actually
you.
do.
But
Well,
you can
won't
do
take
it.
you won't take damage from it. It's the fall damage you'll take from the height it goes to.
okay.
But the
okay.
guided, the best part about the guide
Dude, you
is
could
can go to-
drive your dude into a base. It's like the fucking jump pad times 10, dude.
I actually texted Jonathan this the other day when I saw the
my
video.
God.
But I watched a guy. A guy was knocked down in the storm. He shot the guy to missile, picked up the downed guy, brought him out of the storm, and revived him. You can pick up your downed boys and
insane.
bring them back out of the storm.
that's
is
pretty
ridiculous.
Crazy. This
You got to be.
But you gotta be careful, yeah, because it could blow up. You know what I mean? If it hits the ground, I think it might blow up. Maybe. Like,
Yeah, but they won't take
You
damage.
just gotta try to
send
go.
another one.
Yeah, but in the storm, he's gonna be dying. So
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do it one shot and pull it off, and that's fucking.
It'll be
that's
definitely
serious.
hard,
You
yeah.
gotta like scoop them up, literally,
Uh-huh.
like skimming on the ground. Yeah, it's pretty intense, and I have not gotten it one fucking time.
Well, that's the thing.
Since it came out, I've probably played fucking close to 50 matches, and I don't think I've
They
gotten it.
balanced.
Really?
I guess they balanced it. You could kind of say they balanced it a little bit by making it super rare. I mean, even harder than a Scar to get. It's still only purple and gold, but it seems like it's way
Yeah.
harder to get than anything right now.
Seriously, like, dude, and another thing. Oh fuck, I was gonna say, but it is very hard to get, and you can get it from like killing people, but like killing the guys that have it. But it's like he's always so far in the fucking distance. You know what I mean? So it's
That
like, you
going
gotta kill him and
over
take
the-
it. Yeah,
yeah.
you can't because everybody's pushing. So it's like it's hard to get it off of players. Like, and I've been like going out of my way to make sure I'm getting more supply drops too, because that has a good chance of dropping
Yep.
it, and I still haven't got it yet.
And that's the thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure we won. Like within the past 2 days, we won a couple matches with that mission.
I remember one specifically where we were literally, we got pinned down right in the middle of the circle with like probably 3 to 4 teams all around us fighting each other and fighting us, and like we were right in the middle, and the whole time Dave is just non-stop just sending these missiles, dude, and then the rest of us are like all back to back, like just fighting off the squads.
Didn't
and
you guys win like
sniping
4
and shit.
games that day or something crazy like that?
Personally, I won like 5, but yeah, me and Matt were like more.
Personally,
Well, no, I mean, I'm saying like Jonathan, I think was in on a couple of them dubs,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
just recently started picking up wins in the game a lot more, and then go to figure the stats are down right now. You know what I
of
mean?
course.
But I looked it up, and I took a screenshot earlier and sent it to Dave. But they said that it is recording. It's just not, you can't go to them. So that's good. Because honestly, dude, since they did that like 3 days ago, like, dude, I probably have no bullshit. Like probably close to 7 wins, but no solos yet.
I mean, yeah, I'm
But
glad those
we've been
wins
doing
are
good in the
still
squad
counting.
is-
But at the same time, the main complaint everybody has is why are the leaderboards and the your profile down, but the store is still up and running and updating all the time? Like
Dave,
everybody.
you see, I was
They
kinda
designed this game with you know what they designed first in this game? The store. And then they
Exactly.
built the game
Yeah,
around the store.
exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I mean, it gave me a sense of relief once I looked it up and I seen that they're still recording. You just can't access them right now, so that's straight. Like, at least the wins ain't gonna like not count. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes back, it'll be good. But Fortnite's still, man, it's still fun, man. I've been playing a lot. You know what I mean? I'm finally just now starting to get better at the game. Like, I still I goof a little bit and screw up, but I'm actually able to get more kills now and build and shit like that. So like, it's actually fun when I hop on. I'm getting like top 10 and top 5 like frequently. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun, man.
Well, the nice thing about it is it almost is, not really sparking video games again or whatever you want to say, but it's like that. I don't.
It's the hot shit right now.
I'm trying
dude.
to
It really
describe
is.
it, but it's like
across all platforms.
It's
is the
similar
hot
to like
shit.
for me to like COD, where like I started playing COD and COD 4 specifically, and I started getting like addicted to the game where you could take W's all day or lose all day, and you still kind of want to keep playing the game no matter
Yeah.
what your record is. Like I have multiple wins in the game where it's like I thought I was going to take a couple wins and be like, okay, I've gotten wins over 100 players and kind of okay, that's it. But no, I'm still like, oh, I want to break 50, I want to break 6, whatever it is, I want to keep going. Like,
And it's just
glad
crazy because
like
like they don't reward you for wins whatsoever.
No.
Like there's
No.
none of
I
it.
mean,
like, it's just so
you
weird.
Can,
Like,
no,
it's
no,
a free game. You can't expect
technically, they give
but-
you the cosmetic parachute. You get your W parachute.
That's
and then
that's
one
it,
win.
dude. That's
well, no,
it.
it's seasonal. Every season they drop
every season.
a new one
So
where
you
you have
gotta
to
pick
take
up one win every fucking 3 months or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you can say at least they reward you in a littlest tiny way.
I'm digging it though, man. I'm
Very
digging all the
slightly.
I'm digging all the skins and shit, man. Like I don't know. It's just
Well,
I'm digging
last
it.
thing, isn't there some rumored update about like vending machines or something like that? where
Actually,
you
yeah.
can
Now we're
kinda-
getting in the rumored updates.
Yeah,
I heard
we
two
might as well
different
jump
rumors.
into that before we close. The topic
Jonathan,
of
you want to
Fortnite.
go off? You ever seen anything about the vending machine? You wanna
No,
take
I've
that
not
one?
know
heard.
nothing
I haven't
about
heard
this.
anything
All right,
about the vending
long
machine.
story
Honestly. There's
short,
actually
from-
2 quick topics.
From what I've
actually.
kind of like
Too
read
quick,
about
you
it
say? Oh, shit.
was what I've read really about it was some player like I don't know, he discovered a bug or a glitch in the game, whatever you want to say, but he got to a vending machine that it gave him the option to spend 250 supplies, wood, metal, brick, whatever, for a minigun. So in a sense,
Got it.
a lot of people think that they're dropping a vending machine that you can spend, from like however much you want in supplies to get different tiers of weapons
Now-
or maybe ammo.
You've played Save the World. Is
Yeah,
there
I've-
any
a
feature
little
like
bit.
that in Save the World?
I have not gone into Save the
Because
World.
you
that
said that you have to
often, like-
craft guns in that,
You
right?
do, yeah. I'm not familiar with how
Is
it
it,
works.
I wonder
literally-
if that's just a bug.
I don't think
to
it is
where it's
because-
something carried over from Save the World.
Well, a lot of people, repost Save the World. A lot of times you'll jump into a battle royale, and sometimes if you have Save the World, your skin will transfer over and kind of like glitch out to where you're in there until
with
you
your
start.
exclusive Save the World
Yeah,
skins,
your exclusive Save the World skin is in Battle Royale until you start the game, and then it just gives you your default skin, whatever you're actually wearing. But a lot of people screenshot that and try making that a rumor, like, oh my god, is this a new skin to drop? When really, I mean, I feel like
Which
it's
they
not.
have dope ass skins. Like to Save the World, I'm telling you, it's a completely different game. We'll get into that.
well, you
another
have
day,
it
but-
technically, so do you have
Yeah.
them?
What like have like the skins?
skins.
Some
No,
crazy
nothing
different
transferred
skins.
over from. No,
Aw.
but I've only played like an hour of Save the World. Like I got a character set up kind of whatever, but it seems like it's gonna be pretty fun. It'll get you some good practice in building. It's a lot about building a base, and it comes in just waves of zombies, and you hop on with like
Almost
four
like
man.
a tower defense kind
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you set up a whole shit ton of traps, and you got to build all the shit and protect your home base. And there's
Kinda
like
sounds
there's
like-
like bosses and stuff. It's all the same. It's all the same gameplay and characters and like all those. You know what I mean?
Do
The
you
weapons
remember that
and
game
shit.
we were playing for a little bit, like 2 years ago, called like Dungeon Defenders or something like that?
I think I do.
Where
It
we're
was,
all
you
it
just
was a
setting up, like,
tower
turrets and
defense
shit.
thing, yeah, and we like set up different turrets and like. You had the one turrets that was like bashing back, and then I'd have the turrets to like heal your turrets.
Yeah, I
and
think
shit
I did.
Like that.
Yeah, it was pretty-
Sounds kind of
yeah.
like that game almost in a sense.
It's fun, you hop on with 4 guys and you just do the levels and you get all kinds of loot and you can get V-Bucks that'll transfer over, which is the paid for money. You actually get that and you can use that on your regular battle royale shit, you know what I mean? And there might be some skins that you can use or whatever, but yeah, you got to get materials and weapons, and you got to basically like everything is loot. Like when you go into a house, like the bushes have like shit for crafting weapons, the wood or like the coffee tables and shit, like you fucking everything is pretty much loot. Like you search the bushes, you search a lot more shit, and it's all for crafting weapons and shit like that, because you got to make the weapons. Like you can get like decked out like the scars and shit. There's new weapons that like some of the weapons from battle royale originated on Save the
Right.
World, and they transfer them over, so it's like they're testing out the weapons, like there's crazy weapons in that over the months it'll be dropping, they might just throw this one from there, you know what I mean? So it's very interesting. I got to get into it more. I haven't. I just started game sharing with Matt, and I have it now, so it's gonna be fun to play it.
Another thing I was seeing while we're on Fortnite is supposedly they're supposed to have a new update coming out that they're gonna do some type of post-apocalyptic tilted
That's what I was
towers.
gonna get into.
Yeah.
There's a comet, supposedly, I'm pretty sure that you can see in the sky a comet that they're saying is going to come down and wipe out tilted towers, and it's going to, be like you said, like the
That's pretty
post-apocalyptic.
sick.
And 50v50. I think that people on PC maybe or somebody actually already started playing it. I think
Actually, hold on. All right,
Hold on.
we're going back.
I just seen a 50v50
We're-
with a huge building.
This
like,
is the Fortnite podcast.
Yeah,
everybody.
pretty
and then we're gonna
much.
get into a
Let's
fucking
go back to this.
Nether game.
We
It's
were
gonna
just
be
talking.
fucking
I don't know
Batman.
how we left this one out, but we said there's all gold mode, blitz mode, snipers only. But how do we leave out the 20v20, the 5 teams of 20
Yeah,
squads?
that was
That's
pretty
my
fun.
favorite one.
Yeah,
over
Is
that
that
was
still in the game?
No,
No,
they come
but
out
that's
like
what it was,
Overwatch
the
is
cycle.
kind of arcade games. Like they'll
Right.
put out one for a week or two, then it's gone. Then they
Because
put
why
out
would they
another
leave
one.
things in the game that
Yeah,
people
but
love?
then what they'll do probably is they'll bring them back. Like just
Yeah, they
it's just
just
like
cycle
Overwatch.
it,
Kind of does the same
exactly.
thing with
Yeah.
the things. But 50v50s is probably gonna be fucking intense, man. Fortnite, so they're throwing some new shit.
I
But
might
that's the-
actually try 50v50.
That would be, dude. Like I'm telling you,
Because I was
gotta.
interested in trying the 5-man.
That was-
like,
yeah, they were
20v20.
pretty fun.
Yeah, I gotta look it up again because I'm telling you, I thought I saw a YouTube video of a guy like kind of playing.
Well,
it,
on
you know what I mean?
PCs,
He just
they've
saw,
dropped that already.
Imagine 50 people. Yeah,
It's probably
that's
like
what
on
it was
Overwatch
then.
where
Yeah,
they get the PTR.
Yep, exactly. So it is probably legit. They're
Normally
playing.
on PC they'll drop like everything beforehand. They'll let them test out new game modes. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they've had the 50v50.
Imagine how long
months
that
ago.
could go, dude. Imagine 50 people
The
building
problem,
a base.
the
Like,
problem
dude,
is
imagine
one,
the
you're
circle,
gonna run into
though, I mean-
crazy lag. You're gonna run into crazy lag when the
Nah,
whole
dude, it's 100 people. It's
100
just like
people
normal.
going
You're
up the
only
tower.
four, and like you're not talking to 100 people. It's just literally you're just in with the four. You
No,
know,
I'm
that's the
just saying.
max.
You remember in the 20v20, the 5-man 20 squads, 20 people go in the Tilton, and you're getting lag along. Just imagine when 90, 80 people, however many people go Tilted Towers, and there's that many people running.
They're not though, because they're not going to be enough loot. So they're going to kind of.
It's
I
gonna
think
be
it's going to
spread
be.
out across
I
the
think it's
map.
going to be half of the teams taking over this part of the map, taking part of this part of the map, and you're going to constantly have to be checking your map to see like, all right, they're beating us out over here. You're
Yeah.
going to see all the fucking.
Yeah.
You're going to see everything.
It is going to be like legitimate war.
That's
going to
be-
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
what
have to
I'm
go.
interested in.
That would be
They're
cool.
Gonna be. That's going to
I'm
be.
pretty
fun,
sure I
man.
said this on like probably the first episode of this podcast. Like, I've always been wanting that huge 100-man fucking war fucking simulation game where it's 50v50, fucking whole squad, big ass map. The
I
only
think it's
thing
gonna
that
be
this
intense.
game doesn't have that I wish it had is some goddamn vehicles, possibly.
No.
Vehicles
I
could
don't
be
know.
fun.
That's the one thing I
That's
don't want-
PUBG's thing.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's PUBG. Can't be like PUBG,
I was-
even though it's
all right.
completely ripping
All
off
right,
PUBG.
I was just talking to me and Jonathan were in
That's
a car
what. Oh
with
my
two other
God. Hold on.
kids.
Can I rage about the fact that kids who play Fortnite want to act like Fortnite is somehow better than PUBG? They're pretty much the same fucking game.
They're pretty
Fortnite ripped
much-
off PUBG, so don't get mad if Fortnite wants to do something
I'm
else
just,
to PUBG.
I'm
But
not
I'm
a fan of the super realistic PUBG. Like I like the kind
Well,
of
Fortnite doesn't have
cartoony.
to be
Yeah.
super realistic
Yeah.
vehicles.
Yeah, no, I'm
Make
but
it
it's,
fucking-
dude, they
I
very
just
well
think
could.
all right,
I
like
personally
saying.
just think the
here's
map's
my
not
thing. I
big
think
enough.
they already have
If there's
impulse
50v
grenade.
50 and there's a tank, like that would be so sick. Come on,
All right,
tell me
if
that would be fucking
If they
awesome.
drop a
Would
50v50, that would be cool if they had vehicles.
That's what I'm saying.
Because then
you
you
can
have
just have it in one mode.
yeah, but then you have enough people to actually gang up on this tank and take it out,
That's
or
what I'm
like
saying.
you know
just have it in the one mode.
in the
fuck it.
okay in
Well,
the
stay
50v50,
tuned, dude,
I'll
because
take that.
Fortnite's
I'll
steady.
take it.
But
I'll
here's-
give you the
update.
50.
All right, here's something me, Jonathan, and these two other guys that we were playing in a party we were talking about. Why not have a train that just goes through the whole map pretty much, you know, kind of in the center, like around the map, but have it be a 5-person cargo train where there's, you know, a box on a couple of them, and it literally goes around. You'll hear it start getting close whenever
You can literally just hop on whenever you feel like and hop off whenever you feel like.
Exactly. Why
It's
not
risky
just have
because there might be other people riding it. You know what I mean?
exactly,
There's
and it just
a-
cycles the whole map the whole time.
Did you guys play the beta for Battlefield 1 when that was out?
Yeah,
Battlefield 1 has a train.
it does.
Remember
It doesn't
that?
go
On
around the
one
map. It goes like
there's
from
a
one side
train
to
that goes
another.
up to one and then down the other, and then like that was.
Can
the
you
thing.
fight while
But
you're on
Battlefield
it?
Yeah,
has-
it has
Yeah.
gun turrets and
You
all
are
that.
right.
But
shit.
Battlefield has like vehicles.
Oh, yeah,
though,
that's what
also.
I'm saying.
Like, all
But that
types
would
of
be
vehicles.
cool.
That's
though.
kind of where that idea like might have came from, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Could be cool.
I feel like
Fortnite
there's
is
not-
Fortnite steady updating though,
Yeah.
man. They're always ready to throw some new shit in, but
They
I
really
think it's
are.
about time we talk about some Sea
Talk
of
about
Thieves.
some rage.
Some Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. So, me and Jonathan were playing. Dave, did you play it all yesterday?
We had a little session where we got like 7 skulls, turned them in, and then I hopped off.
We were
Right.
looking for a skeleton fortress and we didn't find one.
Yeah, didn't find one. Well, we did find a skeleton fortress when we hopped on with producer Tommy Gunn. Fucking, this is your first time doing a skeleton fortress. What do you got to say?
Before I did the skeleton fortress, I had
Literally 45 minutes to 1 hour in the game, and like I said in the last podcast, I had my quabbles with it or whatever, but we hopped on yesterday and trying to do a skeleton fortress because I thought that might save the game for me. So we go and we get to the skeleton fortress. It's you, me, and Tommy Gunn, and I think we had a random or maybe in and out.
Yeah,
But-
there was we were in a full crew, but it was us 3 in the party, and there was randoms hopping in and out.
And let me tell you, I don't think I've ever been so conflicted with with a session, man, because I hopped on and I realized, all right, it's basically just me, Frank, and Tommy kind of dedicated to killing these skeletons, which it takes
And
mad
it
shots.
takes
They
forever.
fucking heal nonstop, just like you heal nonstop. They're deadly accurate
They are
with their guns.
snipers.
Yes, so they're hitting you nonstop. It's very
Your
fucking.
bananas are broken the whole
Yeah.
time you're trying
Oh
to
my
heal.
God,
You're
because
trying to heal 'cause the
anytime you
game's
accidentally
glitchy.
swing, it won't let you switch to your banana.
Yeah.
It's
So the
bullshit.
combat's kind of glitchy and it's a pain in the ass. You're gonna die a bunch of times unless you're on a PC and you're fucking running with a better connection, which we'll get
which
into
we
later.
found out later on in the
Yeah.
night.
So we fucking do it. It's us. We finally get this shit done after dying a fucking dozen times at least. So we get it done. Get all the fucking loot. We hop back on the ship. We hightail it back to the place. No fucking problem.
We go in there, we sell all that
we
shit.
got like
We made
12 grand
made
worth
like
of loot.
12 to
That's the
13
thing. The
grand,
skeleton
like-
fortresses, they take so long.
Yeah.
The combat's really
So-
frustrating because they need to update the shit out of the combat in this game. Like it needs
So-
major overhauls. But
So, that
once
was
you
fun,
get all
man.
that loot on the ship, it feels worth it. Honestly,
So we get it done, and I'm happy now. You know, I'm like, all right, fuck, I just got some money, buy some shit. We hop off, take a
hop
break.
off, take a
Then,
break.
long story short, later that evening, me and Frank just hop on late night. You know, we're ripping.
We're hopping
playing
in the
with
full galleon cruise, and we're
Yeah.
getting 2 randoms
that are
cycling in and out.
constantly switching in and out. You know what I mean? Where me
Me and him are just kind of dedicated the whole time on the ship, and it's them switching in and out. Some help, some just dance and play music and shit. Fuck around.
Most of
So-
them just dance and play
Yeah, so we
music,
were
it
just
feels
trying to
like.
get a skeleton fortress going. That's the whole time. We seen one. We got like
Pulled
7
up to it with
chests.
just us
we
two,
got
man.
like 7 chests. Like I mean, not 7 chests. I'm sorry, 7 like skulls and shit
Yeah.
before. And we're like, all right, let's go drop this shit off. See if we get a
4-man, load up the fucking ships, and then we hightail it over there. We end up getting some guys. We dedicate an hour struggling, basically me and Frank against all of these
Yeah,
guys.
it was
Occasionally there was one
pretty
guy.
much me and
Occasionally there
Jonathan.
was one guy that was actually shooting and helping, but it was basically us, dude. It took over an hour to get it done. We get it done. We're getting the loot. We got 2 people on the motherfucking ship, on our team, sitting on the ship, not helping us gather the loot. So we got like fucking, you know, the normal like 4-banger chest and
Yep.
the whole fucking
All the
nine,
whole
dude,
nine.
like 10 pieces. So me and Frank are like, I'm dropping them off to the beach and like just pulling them out of the room, trying to get it done, you know, blah, blah, we're good. We get down to the last couple. I'm running to the ship.
I'm like, there's a fucking sloop.
Keep in mind, Jonathan's running to the ship. These two douchers are just on the ship, just like waving at us, watching us carry the loot up. Keep in mind, there's like
It took
6
us
more
like
chests.
fucking
There's 6 more pieces of loot.
5 solid minutes throwing all this loot in there. We saw nothing. And then I'm running back to the ship once, and oh my god.
God, there's a fucking sloop. we fucking panic, and by the time we get on the ship, our guys are fucking dead, and then there's this fucking...
There is this pro!
The Grim fucking Reaper himself comes out here. Dude, he has to be on PC because it's cross-platform.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You know how the skeletons get kind of laggy and they get slow when you're in a skeleton fortress? That's probably what he's seeing with
Yeah,
us.
that's what we look like
He
then,
was
probably.
running around our ship complete. Dude, he wrecked all
He
4 of
killed
us.
all 4 of them.
3 times.
Yeah.
Like, and his boy just grabbing every single chest off the shit as our shit's just sinking. They came
Our
in there and
ship
tactically
sinks.
destroyed everything. In under 2 minutes, we were at the
Yeah.
bottom of the fucking ocean. He killed us all. Our whole team 3 times. Just him. Lit us up fucking 3 or 4 times.
It was a 2-man sloop just came and destroyed us without question. After we spent an hour, like Jonathan said, working so hard, beating the skeleton fortress, dying a million fucking times.
So they took all your treasure, and you guys.
Oh, they took everything. And I mean everything.
Well, they rolled up. They're like, oh shit, they just beat the skeleton fortress because the fucking skeleton comes off the sky.
it is.
Yeah.
So like,
Falls
oh, they
down.
just beat it. Let's go bitch these kids. They come up and literally it's like, all right, yeah, you just go kill them a bunch of times and I'm just gonna get all the chests. All right, yeah, let's go do
Yeah.
it. And this guy came in and was running around, jumping like a fucking savage, fucking
Just
me and Frank up.
blunderbuss.
Nothing, dude. He's not scoping in and he's just full sprinting around the ship, just bitching us the whole
We
fucking
could not
time,
touch
dude.
him.
We couldn't even touch him. Like I'm telling you, we were probably slow on your screen like the skeletons are.
Wow.
So we're fucking raging, dude. We
I
fucking
raged so
get
hard.
fucking done.
The ship sinks. I quit the session. I'm throwing cups. I'm pissed. I'm fucking
And then-
raging so hard.
And then I personally get to deal with the most
He goes,
embarrassing.
Jonathan goes back to like he spawns in at the outpost or whatever and is just chill. We're
I'm like,
chilling for
Frank,
like
what are
10
the
minutes,
chances?
just laughing, fucking raging, like everything.
And I'm like, yo, dude, what are the chances that they're gonna be fucking coming to this outpost to turn our shit in? Like, what the fuck? Like, we checked the fucking map, and like it was an outpost over. Like, I was kind
It
of
was
close to
kind
where
of
it is.
it was close but kind of far.
So I'm just like, fuck this. I get in the ship. I actually have
You got
3
a full
mans. I got
crew.
3 guys that came in. I'm fucking getting the ship ready. We're going out. I'm going to fucking see where they're at. So I'm cruising. I'm like, damn. See a sloop in the distance, decked out, looking like them. I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking them. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'm gonna shoot myself on their fucking ship, and I'm gonna bitch these kids. So I shoot myself way fucking short, right? And I'm like chasing the boat in the water, swimming.
And they're at the back of the boat looking at me and just waving and laughing. And they're typing, like, more loot, please. Like,
Yeah,
just bitching me
what?
off.
Just trolling
Dude, they
us.
literally just took all of our shit, and then, like, they see
Went,
me miss. I
turned it
couldn't
in,
even
and
get on
then
the
went
ship.
and caught Jonathan again. Jonathan misses the boat, obviously.
And they're just like, more loot, please. Like, just fucking with
Yeah.
us, right? And then, dude, oh my God. I've never been so embarrassed in my life in a video game. These kids bitch me so hard. So then I get back to the fucking ship. I think I shoot myself again.
Yeah,
And
you
I
did.
miss. I missed the fucking ladder again. Mind you, it's fucking tough. You're shooting yourself in the
Yeah.
fucking ocean with 30-foot
You
fucking
do gotta be
waves.
a professional
Yeah.
ship porter.
So I only got like an hour in the game, so I don't even know why I'm going after these guys after what they did with all of us. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So I do that again, and by the time I get back to the ship, they just crash their ship into ours, jump on our shit, and they're running around
Just
singing
playing
and dancing
instruments and just-
like this on our ship, bro. I get on, I'm bucking shots, missing everyone. They're
Oh
running
my
around the ship,
God.
just making like shit, dude. Like they're bitching my team. Like
That's
dude, I
hilarious.
couldn't do nothing. They're fucking playing accordions. I couldn't even kill them, dude. Like literally,
hilarious.
They were
ridiculous.
just moving around so goddamn fast that it was just impossible to hit him, impossible to sword him. And fucking keep in mind, I thought it was so gangster because earlier on in the session when we were playing with Tommy Gunn, I think somebody hopped on our ship and I fucking lunge attacked him and just knocked him right off the boat. So I think like I'm going into that, I'm like, oh, I'm a professional pirate, I can handle anything. These guys hop on and just embarrass us.
There's no
in any
excuse
way,
for it,
shape, or
man. He
form.
was playing on PC, and now I know. Like, I don't think you don't scope in at all because you move so much fucking slower, dude. You got to just no scope. It'll still pull up the gun at last second to where you get a little bit of a
Yeah.
scope like normal, but you don't have. I was running around trying to be scoped in, trying to pick my fucking shot, and he's bouncing around all crazy.
Yep.
And the next thing I know, he's just bang. And that was it, dude. Like, he was fucking... It was ridiculous.
me- But that
boils
He just
down
was
to the
moving so
combat
fast.
being
He had
fucking,
to
like,
have the
broken,
PC,
though.
dude. Like, even if it was all
Yeah,
four
and
of
it
us...
shouldn't be cross-platform.
Even if it was all
in
four of
any
us, it
games
would have
there
been
shouldn't
tough.
be. There should be no cross-platform in any
Unless
game.
it's like a strategy game where even in a strategy game you'll get trashed with a mouse and keyboard because they have keyboard shortcuts. There shouldn't be.
Yeah, but
You
no,
are
if it's not a
superior
timed
on-
if it's
you
not a timed strategy game, then yeah.
Yeah,
then
if
you
it's
can, you know.
turn-based.
They're just
Yeah,
running
yeah,
so
exactly.
their connection was so much better. Like there was
Yeah.
just like I said, it's perfect fucking way to describe it is the way that the skeletons kind of get laggy and slow for a minute. That's what he was looking at when he
But
was
not
coming
even that.
against
That's
us.
almost like we can even relate this back to Fortnite again. That's a PC player versus a console player. The PC player is going to shit all over them because
Oh,
they can
any day of the
outbuild them, out everything.
Yeah,
right?
that's why fucking Fortnite doesn't have
But-
cross-platform.
I
They
will
do.
say, this is the hardest I've ever raged at the game when that ship sank with all of our stronghold chests and everything on it. When I've never raged harder.
No,
at
it
the
wasn't
game.
on it because it was already in their ship.
Oh yeah, it was already.
It was already
on
in
the
their
ship,
shit
but,
tucked
you know,
away nice.
All the other shit was floating to the top as our ship was sinking. I left the game. Never raged harder at this game, but fucking I passed out last night. Fucking wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh shit, New Japan's on. Blah blah blah. So fucking I watched the New Japan show, or the last 3 matches of it. Hop back. Still hop back on Sea of Thieves because at the same time it's like I'm fucking $1,000. I'm less than $1,000. That was the whole thing too. I was less than $1,000 away from 70 grand, which is how much you need to buy a
Dope
swag
ass
sale.
sale, yeah.
So we were like overkilling it going to the Skull Fortress. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to the Skull Fortress. I'm gonna get like 12 grand. I'll be able to buy that and have 10 grand left over. Nope. So at like 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning, whatever New Japan ended, I fucking hop back on Sea of Thieves. You know, I'm on my solo fucking sloop. I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna go and like, I wasn't even really planning on. I was maybe gonna do a mission. I was kind of just looking to get revenge on some people. Honestly. Anybody I seen, I wanted to go get revenge on. So I was just looking, sailing the seas, looking for some people to fuck up. I don't even get a chance to sail the seas. Right as soon as I get a voyage and I'm going to my ship, I set the voyage, I'm checking the map, I'm like, all right, I'll mark this, blah, 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 this is close, I'll go down there. Soon as I go to pull anchor, galleon, painted out, swagged out, just pulls right up into the dock. Doof, 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 doof. Just destroys me, right?
Oh my god.
Spawn back in, checking the map. I'm like, all right, I'm fucking close. I'm going right back after them cocksuckers. Go after him again. Fucking come in. They're sitting at the thing, parked up. They see me coming. Oh shit, oh shit. I see the sails go down. They start taking off. I'm coming up on the side. Doof, doof, getting a couple shots here and there. I was actually holding my own, kinda, for being on a solo sloop.
Yeah.
Like, I was taking shots, going down, fixing the ship, adjust the wheel, take some shots, go down, fix the ship. Doing it all, right? Actually holding my own for like 5 minutes. And then, of course, just goes right up on side of me. 2 of them jump on, blunderbuss me to the face. Nothing. Sink my
Done.
ship. I'm done. Get on the ship again. Go sail out in that direction, because that's where I was going for my missions anyway. See these fuckers out on the high seas. I'm like, I'm getting them again.
Oh my god.
I was just
Oh
harassing
my
Dave.
God.
You know how you talk about the most annoying thing in the game is when you have that just little sloop that keeps...
Yup.
I was that little sloop last
shit.
night, just the wasp attacking the
Because
nest.
they can be quick too. They're fast.
Yeah, dude, I was catching them. And, dude, you should have seen this one shot I got. I was fucking at a distance, right? They could barely even see me because of the waves were all choppy. Fucking angle the cannon up. Doof. Long range. Blast them. I'm pulling in. They're fucking taking it all serious. Coming back at me. Fuck me up. Same thing again, though. Just hop on the
Yeah.
ship. Take me like it's nothing.
Yeah, you gotta
So-
have a 4-man. You gotta be going combat. Like the next time we do one of the Skeleton Islands, we're gonna have somebody who just chills on the
Yeah.
ship the entire time. Like that ship's
Or at
gotta be.
least make
We
sure
need
they
to get
keep an
that.
eye out every
Somebody
time, every
fucking
minute
like
or
almost
whatever.
kind of get like dropping the anchor already, like kind of getting shit ready to where it's like, all right, we're all gonna get on the ship and go. Like, cause I'm telling you, man, it all happened so fast.
Well, to end the session, the rage didn't stop there because fucking at that point I decided, all right, I can't take on this fucking galleon. I'm just gonna avoid it. They're literally all painted out, swag sails and everything, so they're veterans of the game.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about this game, but it seems like anytime you hop on the game past like 10, 11 o'clock, it just gets flooded with ships, and most of it's UK kids. Like, I guess, I don't know, that's early morning for them or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is. But like, if we were to hop on the game right now, there wouldn't be anybody on. We could go to a Skull Fortress, tank it, nobody would touch us. We hop on after 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We hop on after that, and we will get flooded with ships. But anyway, so I just decided I'm not fucking with them anymore. I'm driving. I see a sloop parked up at a fucking little island or whatever. I pull up. They don't see me. They're out on the island fucking around. I'm like, oh, swag. I'm going to fucking sink these motherfuckers. I pull up right next to it. Doof, doof, 2 cannon shots. Hop off my ship. Hop in there. They got a chest. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm stealing their fucking chest. Fuck them. Go, steal the chest. Fucking hopping on. Ride off. Or no, they didn't even have a chest. That's right. Fucking, there was other loot that I got later. They didn't have a chest. They had nothing. So I hop on, boof doof, sink them. Or no, I don't even sink them. That's right. That's what, oh my God, this is such a rage test. Nothing good happened in this session. Shot these motherfuckers like twice initially, hopped on their ship, seen they had nothing, hop back off. Shot them like 4 more times, dip off. I'm like, cruising away. They're not fucking with me. I'm watching in the back with the monocle. I see the ship. Pull the fuck out and start sailing away. I'm like, motherfucker, I shot that thing 6 fucking times and still didn't sink it. So
you gotta hit them low, man.
Dude, they were sinking when I hopped on their ship. They were filling with water. It's just when you got 2 people, they can board it up so quickly that, like, unless I have 2 people in my crew and one guy constantly shooting to where it just sinks, I can't do anything. So, see a skull fortress in the distance. I'm like, all right, I got a strat. I'm gonna do exactly what those fuckers did to us. I'm gonna park up, wait for somebody to go tank the thing. And then I'm going to fucking sneak in and try. I wasn't even going to fight anybody. This was my plan. I was going to sneak in, try to just hop on their ship. I was going to wait until I seen it disappear, right? Give it like a minute. Watch the dude bring the stronghold chest, because that's the first thing they're bringing on the ship. Watch him bring the chest on. Everybody get on. Everybody hop off. Right in that moment, I was going to hop on the ship, get the stronghold chest, hop off, and dip. And get $2,000, call it a sesh.
Yeah.
Well, didn't even get to that, because I pull up to the thing. I see another ship over there fucking with it. I'm like, all right, let me go fight them. Go to pull up. They get sunk by the cannons from the fortress before I even get over there. So I'm like, oh shit, let me go see if they have any loot on there. I pull up, I'm kind of close. I'm like in cannon range getting fucked up. I'm like, well, maybe I can just swim over there real quick, hop back on, fix the ship, no problem. Go over there. They have like 2-3 chests. I'm like, shit, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Grab one, hop on, fix the ship, everything's cool. I'm still getting blasted. Go get the second one, hop on, everything's cool. Fucking getting blasted by that ship. As I'm grabbing the third thing, another ship pulls up, just gives me the final fucking kill shot on the ship. I'm just watching my ship fucking sink as I pull up with the last barrel. Call it a sesh. Call it a sesh. I still am sitting at 69,000.
Yeah, this game can be fucking crazy. I pulled off my
first sneak attack too. We were chilling at the chilling at the docks the one time, and these guys rolled up on a sloop, I think, or a galleon, and they were turning in loot, and they ran. I got up on their ship all sneaky, like I grabbed one of their fucking skulls.
I remember that.
I dipped out into the water and shit, dude. Like, they didn't see me not
once. Like, they just one piece of loot they didn't fucking get, man.
That was when we pulled in and we had just turned in like a mission, I'm pretty sure. And then we seen the sloop pull up, and then
we were fighting guys. We were fighting a 2-man, and then another 2-man rolled up, and they're the ones we robbed.
And they started fighting each other. That was great. That's the thing. As much rage as there is about this game, like, the fact that we even have these cool and fucking crazy stories to tell shows you that the game is fun and entertaining.
Like in the last podcast, I was kind of not really ripping it, but I still believe all that stuff firmly. Like I said, I was so conflicted is because while I was playing the game, like, I had a good time before we got robbed and shit, but like the fucking skeleton fortress, the gunfights and shit, man, it just made me rage so much, and that's a whole other thing I don't like about the game now. It's just the fact that you literally, like, it takes 3 shots to them without being able to heal, and some of them are fast, some are slow. They don't miss a shot with their pistols,
never.
or the blunderbusses. Like, if you're running the whole time, they don't miss a shot. Like, it's fucking so tough, man.
And there'll be times when you're just
the zooming in and shit is so like slow and just clunky, so it's like you're not just able to just bang bang. Like,
there's times when you hop on the island just to get on there and look for bananas because you've eaten all the bananas on your ship. As soon as you pass like a group of skeletons, doof, 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 3 blunderbusses in a row, pinpoint accuracy, and you're done. You can't do anything. You can't sword, you can't block, you can't dodge, you can't do anything. So
the gunfights are pretty fucking cattywampus.
This game needs work and needs more to it, but it's still I gotta say, I still have so much fun when I play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing it more still.
Dave,
it's gonna be fun.
I can't really honestly agree. Like, I mean, I kind of have fun, I guess, but I'm so bored after like 2 minutes of being on the game. I'm just like, raise the sails, adjust the sails, turn the wheel, anchor. I don't know. It doesn't pay off in the long run, so it gets boring for me personally.
I don't know. It's boring until you get out there and you start getting shit.
But like, all right,
and then that's when. But
see, all I'm gonna want to do is just do the skeleton fortresses because that's where you get the most loot. You know what I mean? But apparently, you got to worry about everybody fucking robbing you.
Even the skeleton forts become like
it's a Sea of Thieves, Jonathan.
Yeah.
You know, it
That's
becomes
true.
tedious. Like, I mean,
Nah,
Skull Fortress is
if
at
we have
one
a
point-
4-man who's dedicated, dude, like we're literally be good. Like we're gonna park the ship out to where you guys are literally gonna run them in circles, and we're just gonna be lighting them up with the cannon on the ship. Like that was the strat. But me and Frank and Tom did it. We didn't have one extra guy. He was kind of just coming in and
We
out.
had the ship perfectly parked out in
dude.
front of where
they
all
were
the
just
skeletons
they were just
around.
running them in circles across the beach, and I would just try to hit them like whizzing shots
Yeah.
past them. So I don't
If you
feel
have
bad.
enough
cannons definitely
cannonballs,
help for-
that's
yeah.
the strat to
But yeah,
handle
so
that
if we
easily.
have 3 people fighting on the ground, actually, dude, I'm telling you, like they'll be nice, and we can take them fast. Have somebody waiting on the ship to make sure nobody's rolling up on us to fucking rob us. You know what I mean? Like play it fucking 100%.
I will definitely say it seems like if you have 4 people who are dedicated to it, because as soon as we were hopping in with Tommy Gunn and having struggles, but then we got a rando who hopped in and he was actually helping a little
Yeah,
bit,
just
and then
extra.
things got a lot easier just because the amount of bodies, spread out the skeletons, spread out the damage, spread out the time between you having to eat a banana and all that
and
shit.
we got out of there smooth, no problem.
Smooth sailing.
Everything after that, turning it in,
Hold on,
sailing,
is it worth
everything.
mentioning this session, Frank, that you jumped on where they were debating locking you in the brig because you didn't have a mic, and you know there's
I almost led that crew to victory though. If they weren't small children, because that was my strategy after Jonathan hopped off. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna jump in as a random, because we got a random that joined our 3-man crew halfway through us tinking a skeleton fortress. He played the game for probably 30 minutes,
And he gets all the
and
loot.
he got 12 racks out of it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to do the same thing. Nope, not. There's no other crew on the high seas apparently as dedicated as us. It's all fucking children that I get thrown in the lobby with.
Like they don't even know how to operate the ship.
They don't know
and
left
shit.
from right.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, the one guy's calling out, yeah, there's a ship on the left. Oh, yo, I don't know my left from right, so you're gonna have to like describe it.
Describe it. What
You're gonna have to describe left.
What the fuck?
What direction is that? But anyway. So, I don't know. Any final thoughts on Sea of Thieves, Dave?
I mean, nah, we could wrap it up at that. It's just
Alright,
Gotta
so
play
Sea
with
of
a
Thieves.
4-man in the game. Can be fun.
Nah, it can. I don't know. It just needs more, and then it could be a lot more. fun
that's
with your
exactly
hands.
what it does. Like if they added a lot more to the game and made like, all right, like we're even like so 50-50, like us 3 on it, I guess you could say, or maybe it just is me, but they need stuff where you can actually buy that's going to physically enhance your performance.
See,
or like,
I don't. But that's the thing. Like, I was just thinking about this last night. Actually, maybe they could do that, but you can't have it to where it enhances your performance against other players. If all right, let's say you,
I wanted something. I don't know.
all right, even,
whoa. Let's say there's something you can buy where it's like a fucking necklace or whatever. Blah blah blah. You put that necklace on. It costs 50 racks. When you have that on, it makes it so you do more damage against skeletons. That doesn't break the game in the sense of like going up against other players or anything like that.
Exactly.
But it does enhance your experience and makes you feel like you progress a little bit in the game. Like there should be things like that.
that could work out, but they could also balance the
Or-
performance with.
Like there's another necklace that increases the chance of random chests being on islands that you land on or something like that. Like dumb little things that don't make it so you have an advantage over the other players. Because the second you have a game where the level determines how good you are at the game, it cuts off new players. You know what I mean?
But they could also balance that by making either when you join a server you're
Yeah, they would
ranked
just have to
with
play-
like
yeah, with
similar,
people you're ranked.
similarly
Yeah,
ranked
but
people. Or,
how many games do that shit right? Even Overwatch doesn't do that shit right.
yeah, but I mean that's.
balancing the teams and having you in with the
But
right
I mean,
players and shit like that.
a game like Overwatch, we don't even know how they judge, what you're ranked, because a lot
and
of
that's
times.
a game where your rank technically shouldn't even matter.
Yeah,
Like, a low rank player could
exactly.
still technically be as good as a high rank player. You can't have that in a game where, like, oh, this is the only level 100 lobby because they have level 100 gear, and if you're going in at level 10, you're going to get trashed. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a fun game for me personally.
The
I
only
know,
thing I
but-
want after my session yesterday and last night, the only thing I want is more missions, more NPCs, and I'm pretty much going to be happy. You know what I mean? If they start having where you're
If
going
they
to fight
start
other
with that.
pirates, like with better story mode where you're not just fighting skeletons, like other shit, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be fun.
Yeah. There should be, like, creatures from the Black Lagoon and shit like
Yeah,
that.
just other, like, when we're hopping on the middle of the day and there's no other actual players playing, just a random ship that you can loot. Like, they have a couple chests, like, just NPC pirate ships, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they
Well,
already
sloop-
have that. They have sunken ships, but instead of
No, I'm
already
talking
being
about with
sunken,
pirates on them
Actually,
that are
instead of
being
being
fighting.
around that
sunken,
fight you.
you have to sink them and then loot them. Yeah, they should exactly.
I was
If
thinking...
they added some stuff like that.
I don't know. I was kind of thinking... never mind. We fucking talked enough about Sea of Thieves. Whatever. So, last random gaming topics that I fucking... Unless you guys got some other topics. But I
Yeah.
seen this on fucking Reddit. I thought it was weird and interesting. apparently Lindsay Lohan just lost a lawsuit against fucking GTA 5 that she started like
Oh,
3
I've
years
heard
ago.
about that a long
because
time
she
ago.
like apparently felt that one of the in-game characters resembled her too much, but then like the court ruled that the character was basically a generic white girl, so she couldn't. She had no grounds for the lawsuit. I thought that was pretty funny.
What
That
the
is
fuck? She
pretty
sued the
hilarious.
GTA. She
Yeah,
won, she
because-
won or no?
No,
No,
she
she
lost.
lost.
She
Okay,
lost
okay.
because they determined that the character was just a generic
Yeah.
like white girl.
I think
retard.
I'm pretty sure it was like a white girl with red hair, and it was like she was supposed
I
to be like a
think
horror
she
character
means-
in the game.
Well, from what I played of the story mode, I think she's referring to the one because you play through the 3 characters: the black dude, the fucking crazy redneck, and then the uppity white guy or whatever, ex-mobster. The ex-mobster's daughter, I think, is the one that she's talking about because she's
That's
like
hilarious.
retarded, stupid, slutty girl. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. So
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
that was random. So moving on, not much entertainment. We did watch fucking this is slash sports, I guess, but fucking wrestling's Last Rebel, the fucking Bruiser Brody story. Pretty good documentary if you haven't seen it before. It's on High Spots Wrestling Network, which is a subscription thing, but I think you can just go on there and pay for that if you want. But I mean, what'd you think? I mean, you watched.
I thought it
most
was
of
pretty
right?
cool. I mean, it was definitely interesting. I mean, the dude, Bruiser Brody's big as hell. I mean,
Yeah,
mean,
he was
obviously
a
he's a
fucking
wrestler, but
huge giant.
yeah, he was a tank. I mean, it was cool how to learn about how promoters would kind of fuck over wrestlers back in the day, and how he kind of fought for like. I don't know if it's wrestlers' rights or
More his
just for
own-
equal pay, or not equal pay, but just for what he deserved. I mean,
Yeah.
he actually.
He like was notorious for like if somebody's gonna short him money, he's just gonna go in there and fuck him up bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was physical violence. He wasn't like
Yeah.
exposing this producer. No, he was going in
He
there
was
like
like, "I will
threatening
beat the
them
shit out
or
of you."
yeah, like physically beating the shit out of
Which,
them.
if you don't know, the fucking Bruiser Brody story tragically ends though fucking in when he gets stabbed in Puerto Rico in the fucking locker room. Which I don't think you watched.
I didn't
where-
get to that part.
that,
No.
dude. That's honestly the best and like craziest part is when they're interviewing Tony Atlas, who was another wrestler who was literally right there when it happened, and he's like walking through the whole thing. Like it's fucking crazy. Like he's like sitting there and they're just talking, whatever, and he's like Bruiser apparently asked him to like because he's seen he was drawing, and he's like, oh, can you draw a picture of my son? Blah blah blah. He said like right as he's pulling out the picture of his son to hand it to him, the fucking dude, because what happened is he got stabbed by another fucking Puerto Rican wrestler who was kind of big at the time. He the dude calls him to the back like, oh yo, we gotta talk, blah blah blah. Brings him back to the showers, and then apparently fucking like Tony Atlas just hears fucking little moaning kinda, and looks back and he sees fucking that the dude's like. He thought he was punching him at first, but then when the Carlos Colon, who is I think the owner of the promotion, he comes up and he like grabs the guy and grips him up against the wall, and he's seen that there's a knife in his hand, and just like going through the whole thing about how he fucking drug him out. He was like, I'm gonna go break that fucker's neck. He's like going back, and the promoter's like pushing him back, like no, that's between them. And then like talking about how they're waiting there for like 45 minutes for an ambulance to get there. He comes back from the fucking hospital because nobody else wanted to go with him. Like just him describing how all the other wrestlers basically just turned their back and fucking like didn't do anything. Like it's fucking crazy. He gets to the hospital, he comes back, he's talking about how everybody's all joking and laughing. He's like pissed off and like about to fuck people up. Talking to the cops, everybody apparently told the cops that a fan stabbed him. Like it's crazy shit. Fucking the Bruiser Brody story is a very interesting one, and you should definitely watch it.
And he died?
Yeah, he
From
died.
the stabbing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fucking crazy, dude. And apparently that ruined business in Puerto Rico for a really long time because everybody was like afraid to go back after that shit.
Wow, it does seem pretty intense.
So yeah, that's a good documentary that you should definitely check out. But fucking getting into fucking just run through some sports topics, wrestling in particular. Fucking obviously Wrestlemania is coming up next weekend. NXT TakeOver, probably going to be the best show out of the WWE shit. But I was looking up fucking WrestleMania weekend's obviously a big weekend for just wrestling in general, and all the other promotions will come to whatever town WrestleMania's in. According to Dave Meltzer, and this is all non-WWE, ROH, and NXT shows, There's gonna be fucking like 19 wrestling shows happening in that weekend from Thursday to Saturday. 19 wrestling shows, and add on top of that like Q&As and stupid
A
shit
lot
like
of them are
that.
gonna be house shows, I guess, or
They're just from random promotions like House of Hardcore, like the promotion that's around here is gonna be there, and like fucking every indie promotion is pretty much gonna have a show that weekend. 19 shows. There's guys working like 8 shows, 9 shows. It's gonna be a fucking crazy weekend for wrestling.
Jesus.
yeah, it does
So-
seem pretty intense. What the fuck?
I'm sure we'll talk about Mania fucking next weekend after it happens.
Mania.
Big matches going in though. I'm sure you guys, Kurt Angle and Ronda teaming up against Steph and Triple H. Jonathan, thoughts? I'm sure you have thoughts.
I haven't watched a lot of wrestling of late, but
You've
I
seen
was.
some of the build up to this.
I seen the reveal of the Ronda Rousey v Steph, and it was hard to watch.
It was a
It
little
was
cringeworthy.
terrible, man.
What do you
Just,
think the match is gonna be like?
Worse.
Worse.
It's probably gonna be worse. I mean, Angle and Triple H are probably gonna.
They're
save
gonna
it.
carry
I mean,
it,
They'll probably. I mean, I don't know if Angle's. I mean, he looks like he's in shape, but I don't know that big turtleneck. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know how that's gonna be. I mean, I think Ronda and Steph are going to botch bad because Steph actually took a bump in that reveal, that little squabble, dude.
It did look like a stiff bump.
It looked a little brutal, man.
A little
It was-
brutal.
Oh, and the selling was
Dave,
terrible.
What do you think of the match?
I mean, I agree
Ronda
right with him.
Rousey.
You know, she stiffed her, and I mean, it's
She stiffed her.
It's gonna-
Dave's saying she stiffed her.
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be rough. I don't
Report
think
that on the dirt sheets.
Ronda Rousey. I mean, as a wrestler, I personally don't like. Ronda
I think the physical.
myself,
I think the
so,
physical
mean,
part. She's gonna probably do good in
I
wrestling.
think
Maybe.
she's fine wrestling.
But her
Mike's-
cutting
Yeah, she can't work the
promos,
mic
man.
at all. I mean, she botches on the mic.
She's
I
pretty
don't know.
bad. She
I
has a
don't
tough
know.
time relating to people. But anyway, we'll talk about that more after it happens. But let's see what else is going on.
What is coming up? Hold on, real quick about sports related UFC. Actually, fucking.
Well, I was just about to say UFC 223 is coming up next weekend.
There's I think one fight I believe is gonna be on that card. Is
about to pull up the
Joanna
card.
fighting?
There's gonna be
Joanna-
another fight on there that you're gonna be very interested in too. Once I pull up the thing.
Joanna and Rose though.
But yeah, you can go ahead and talk
Joanna
about that. 'Cause that's gonna be on there.
and Rose.
The
man.
rematch.
My two favorite
Dave,
women
you
fighters.
made a big come up. How much money did you make on that?
I
first
forget.
fight?
It was like it wasn't too crazy.
You
It
made
was
like
like
125
125 here or
yeah.
something like that. I made
Dave
pretty good
was
money.
a smart man. He bet on Rose. He told me
Uh-huh.
advice.
Man.
I mean, you know, Rose fan from Ultimate Fighter. I mean, I used to like
From
her
day
a lot.
one.
So I mean, she's pretty
Yeah.
cool. So
And she beat Joanna, man. They're like two of my favorite women fighters, and Joanna's a fucking
Yeah.
monster.
Honestly, I didn't have
Imagine how
confidence
pissed
in
she's
Rose
going
either.
to be. Imagine how much of a fire she's going to come back in with Joanna. That is going to be a good fight, man. That's going to be a real good
Yeah,
fight.
definitely.
Look at the top of the card, though. You think that's going to be a good fight, which it probably is. Like Jonathan said. two
Are
of
they
my
actually
favorite
okay?
women
Here we go.
fighters.
Tony Ferguson and Khabib
Yes.
Nurmagomedov. Are they both healthy and going to fight?
Exactly. That's
they
the
both-
big question mark always
Are
going into
they
any Khabib
both
fight.
going to make
Is
weight?
this actually going to happen? Because I'm pretty sure this fight has been scheduled 5 times before and hasn't happened.
Yeah,
Fell
so-
through every time because of injuries and shit like that.
Then you got Rose and Joanna.
There's going to be some good fights on that card.
It's going to be interesting. Oh, Joe Lozon's fighting on the
Yeah, Joe
prelims.
Lozon coming out, fucking, putting on the highlight
Okay.
reel performance.
That main card is gonna be what I want to see, though. I hope that I hope Ferguson and Khabib actually fight, man.
Yeah, if that fight actually takes
Man.
place.
And then
which-
Rose and Joanna to lead up to it, man.
the
They're gonna
co-main
be
and
just
the
those.
main are gonna
yeah.
be 2 barn burners.
They're the fucking
that's
show
the
stealers,
co-main,
man.
the Rose fight,
Rose
right?
fight,
And then
yeah.
who's the main?
They're gonna
main
be
is Tony
showstoppers.
Ferguson versus Khabib
okay.
Nurmagomedov. That's Connor's division. Those are the 2 actual.
Well, what's
going to
happen if somebody's unhealthy? Are they just going to last minute reschedule a main event?
They're probably both going to pull out. Oh, and another women fight on that to kind of pay attention to. Carolina Kolokaitz versus Felice Herrig. Those 2 could be top contenders soon. Paul Felder, Ally Quinta, that's going to be a good-ass fight. Anthony Pettis is fighting again. So, yeah, this is going to be a good-ass card, honestly. Probably definitely going to be a buyer. Oh, Alex Caceres versus Artem Lobov on the Fight Pass fight. That's going to be a crazy-ass fight.
When is this UFC?
This is, I think, next weekend. But yeah, Artem Lobov, that's Connor's, April 7th. Connor's, protege, and Alex Caceres is Bruce Leroy, the black dude with the afro who does crazy spinning shit all the time.
I think I have seen him.
Yeah, he was on The Ultimate Fighter before. That's going to be a probably crazy fight. So, yeah, UFC, probably going to be a buyer. I'm sure we'll give our report of it after next week. Random wrestling note too. Fucking, I think I talked about last week how PWG is doing their first show outside of the, usual building that they do.
Yeah,
Well,
you did tell
news
me
came
that.
out that the fucking owners of that building have sold the building, and there's not going to be any wrestling in it after May.
Wow.
So PWG is having their last three shows on April 20th, April 21st, and May 25th, and those are going to be the last shows in Reseda for like presumably
Yeah, that's
the
gonna be
future.
crazy, man. That's
What
gonna
are
be
they
real
going to
crazy.
replace it with?
Well, they're moving to the building that they moved to because, like I said last week, they accidentally oversold tickets, so they had to move to a bigger building. I think they're going to make that building their kind of home base, but this is kind of PWG's chance to start branching out and maybe become an actual bigger company. Because
Like
their whole
touring and stuff, pretty much. You're saying?
maybe possibly because their whole thing for the longest time is that we're going to keep it small. Blah, blah, blah. Because this is a promotion run by wrestlers that have seen so many other promotions fail from trying to overexpand and be too big, blah, blah, blah. So
Yeah.
their mindset was always, we're just going to keep it small, worry about staying open and running great shows. And we're not going to worry about trying to make all kinds of crazy money, blah, blah, blah. Which in the end worked out for them because now they are making crazy
Yeah.
money because the tickets sell. I think Dave Meltzer was saying they made like $60,000 on the live gates for their last shows. Which he said, like, besides WWE, like, no other promotion really does that kind of money
Wow.
around here. I think that's the numbers. I might be wrong. So, yeah, they're not going to be in Reseda after May. That's pretty crazy.
History.
It is history, kind of. So, yeah, we'll talk about... All right, well, two last remaining sports topics. I seen this random video. On the Blackhawks... It was a hockey game. Blackhawks versus somebody. I don't pay attention to hockey. But I seen a video online that was pretty cool. Apparently, like, the Blackhawks coming in, their starter goalie was injured, so they had their backup goalie in. Their backup goalie got injured in the game. So in hockey, apparently teams only have fucking 2 goalies. And in case of those 2 goalies getting injured, the stadium brings in a local guy to fill in as the third
What?
goalie. So the second goalie gets injured. In comes this, like, 39-year-old accountant, local, like, hockey player dude. Comes in, kills it. Has 5 shots against him, blocks all 5 of them. He becomes, like, the star of the show.
Oh my
after
God.
fucking coming in off the bench. Never played fucking professional hockey once in his life. Comes in, just ripping it with the Blackhawks. I thought that was a pretty
Probably
cool
got himself a
video.
job.
Maybe. Who knows? Or at least fucking got himself a little bit of fame in the local area. Maybe do some commercials and shit.
Well, I
Make
mean,
some
we're
little
skipping
cash.
over the fact that this is a professional sport, and they're bringing in randoms off the
And
street.
apparently they can hang with the pros. That is a little funny.
Yeah,
that makes your sport look a little
Yeah,
shitty.
it
I gotta
really,
say.
really does.
Hey man, you never know, dude. I mean, they just like you said, just local guys that play all the time and playing their whole life.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe,
it's just like-
maybe he was going to college, being an accountant. He fucking played his ass off in college hockey or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he had to have had a
We could
background.
just-
He had a
we're-
background.
We're knocking the sport when we should be
Yeah.
praising the guy. Honestly.
Yeah, because he definitely must have had a fucking extensive fucking
I mean,
hockey
to come in
background.
and fucking, he had 5 shots against him and shit like that. So he had shots on goal. It was
Yeah.
pretty. I think it's pretty.
Yeah, that's,
pretty
a, that's a
story.
cool story, man. He probably
So-
won himself a job.
Last fucking sports topic, and I was bullshitting with Jonathan about this. I don't think we've even talked about the XFL on the podcast, but Vince McMahon restarting the XFL. Jonathan
Very
thinks
first
it's gonna
podcast.
fail.
No,
I think
we did
did
mention
the
it.
very
Yeah, we
first
mentioned it a while
podcast.
ago.
Okay. Very first. So anyway, XFL is starting up in 2020. The guy whose son, all right, Vince McMahon had a partner. I forget his name. Dick Ebersol, I think is his name. That was his partner when he originally started up the XFL. He got him deals with TV networks and blah, blah, blah. He had worked for NBC or some shit like that. His son, Charlie Ebersol, most recently did a documentary about the XFL, I think, last year. That same guy, Charlie Ebersol, is now starting up his own football promotion to undercut Vince McMahon. It's coming out a year before it in 2019. They definitely have more ideas that they've said than Vince McMahon. Like, one of the rule changes I was talking to Jonathan about that I think is kind of interesting is all extra points after touchdowns are going to be 2-point conversions. No kicking the extra point. So makes it interesting in the fact that extra points aren't necessarily going to be guaranteed anymore. Makes
Yeah.
them a little bit more worthwhile.
Yeah, it's gonna be more competitive. You know, less like you said, less guaranteed. It's gonna be harder to get. I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
I think
that
it's
part,
interesting.
that aspect of the game is it's pretty intriguing. I mean, it's pretty cool.
And I think
They're cutting back on commercials too. Is a lot.
Yeah,
a lot, they said.
60% commercials they want to cut back, which is
A fucking
big.
plus for everybody. Yeah.
I mean, everybody who watches football. That's the most hated thing about the game is a commercial every fucking 10 minutes. So that's great. Their other like kind of strategy for their business model is like at each city they kind of want to hire local college guys that don't necessarily make it to the NFL to kind of build local stars, have a little more local following of your team, all that shit. They're gonna run in the spring like the XFL plans to. I just think it's interesting that the dude who's the son of the co-owner of the XFL, or former co-owner, makes a documentary about it. And then just, maybe I'll do this and fuck over Vince McMahon.
What was his relations with Vince McMahon prior? Like, what did they work together for the XFL?
The son?
Yeah.
No, you're saying his dad worked.
His dad did. His dad was
and apparently they had a falling out, I guess. Maybe?
I don't think so. I think they were
maybe this
friends.
is kind of a revenge thing, or I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think Dick Ebersol is dead now, I believe. So his son just watched, his dad make the business fail, blah, blah, and then wanted to make a documentary about it.
I mean, we might potentially have to watch this documentary now because there may
it
be
was
some...
the ESPN 30 for 30, so it was,
Oh, okay, short guy, yeah.
Yeah. So I might have to check that out, actually. But fucking...
I just still don't think that these secondary promotions are going to work, the XFL or even this one that's undercutting it. I can't see it working.
I mean, it works in
it's gonna
wrestling.
It's going to be diluted, I mean, it's just not going to be enough. And I think in the beginning, usually probably the ratings and the views are going to be real low, so TV stations aren't going to want to pick them up probably and stuff. Like, I don't know. I think it's going to struggle. I mean, it failed before. It failed before when he tried it.
College football works. I mean, because
there's 100 teams and like they're kids that are direct. I don't know. It's a bigger sport. It's got a following.
I don't know. And I've said this before about fucking...
Like, kids aren't going to want to go to the XFL instead of going to college.
But if they have no other option... Well, no, it's not going to be you go to XFL over college. You go to the XFL after college.
Yeah, or when you don't make it to the NFL. It shows that you're not good enough to be in the NFL.
When there's no other alternative.
So when they're not good enough to be in the NFL, they're not going to be as talented.
But you can still make a couple $100,000, year contract.
It's going to be less talent, so it's going to be less exciting games.
Talent is still playing college games right now, and people still...
All right, and not even that, the fact that it'll be more intense with the new 2-point conversion, that rule, how they're making it, you can't do the 1-point conversion, and also how they're going to do less commercials. That might draw in a bigger crowd right there.
I don't know. I think it has a chance for success, honestly. It's not going to do NFL numbers.
No.
But compared to other shit that's on TV, like, there's not a lot of shit on TV that does big ratings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they can do better than fucking the rerun of fucking, I don't know, fucking Everybody Hates Chris, then... they're still doing pretty good on TV as far as today's concerned. But I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting, just the fact that, like...
I mean, I'll watch them, and see if they're going to be fun,
And if there's fantasy for it, I mean, it's an excuse to have fantasy football again.
Yeah, fantasy football for the XFL, that would be pretty interesting, but I don't know.
I think that's what
it'd have to get big. It would have to get big for that, I feel like. I don't know.
You got to come out with it, because it's like, if you can't hope that there's going to be a second season and just, the first season comes out and flops. It's happened before. So I think they need to come out of the gate with that shit. And then
they got to do something because it failed before. So they got to do something.
It failed before, but
they got to go at it better. You know what I mean?
It was a much different TV environment back in fucking 2001 than it is in 2018. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Sakura Genesis. Last fucking sport. I should have just covered this back at wrestling, but fucking watch that. Fucking crazy matches. The main event was Okada versus Zack Sabre Jr. Good match. Before that, Golden Lovers versus Cody and Hangman Page. Also a good match. Fucking Cody got busted open above his eye like 5 minutes into the match. Kenny kicked him and fucking had a big gash above his eye. At one point, his entire face was just fucking bleeding red. But by the end of the match, it had scarred up or coagulated, I guess, and dried up. So it wasn't as bad at the end. But he was fucking crimson masked for a good portion of the match. Man,
they love that shit, man. Nobody blades anymore, so they love the blood.
Oh, yeah, and that happened early, too. So it was full match of blood. The match before it, which was probably the best match of the show, was Will Ospreay versus Marty Scurll, which, every time they wrestle, they're fucking gonna go out there and try to kill themselves.
They've gone back and forth a couple times?
Yeah, they've wrestled tons of times before, because they used to wrestle a lot back in England, and now they're both famous worldwide, so they're wrestling each other in different promotions across the world now, when they're much better.
Yeah.
But... crazy match, lots of high spots. There's one point in the match, though, that was so the scariest spot I've seen probably all year. Or one of the scariest. They went to do... Ospreay fucking got chucked to the outside. Scrolls up on the apron. Ospreay goes up. They go to, he goes to cut him off. They go to collide. They do a Spanish fly. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like when... the two guys, they meet like this, where it's like you're about to clothesline the guy, but they stay still, and then they... both flip together. One guy does like a moonsault, and the other guy like flips over on his back. Like they both flip in the air together. So they did that off the apron onto the floor, right? As they're coming down, Will is the guy who has to do the moonsault, so he has to flip backwards. He flips backwards as they're going to the floor, lands fucking head first on the corner of the apron. It looks so bad. He instantly starts gushing blood out of the top of his head. The doctor runs over to check him out.
Oh my God.
He's like, he doesn't want to stop the match because they only have like probably 5 to 10 minutes left in the match. So he just starts crawling away from the fucking doctor, goes up to the ring. They do the 19 count spot to give them both a rest, and then they both hop in. Literally the next fucking spot he does, he goes up to the top and does like a corkscrew fucking shooting star press. He's like the craziest wrestler in the world. Just landing on top of his head, his skull's cracked, he's fucking bleeding, goes up, does corkscrew shooting star press. Fucking craziest wrestler ever. That match was awesome. You need to go watch it.
What star rating would you give that match?
I'm not gonna give star ratings. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
sure.
Dave Meltzer of wrestling. I'm the Dave Meltzer of Overwatch League. That's what I give star ratings for.
Okay.
But I will say that I'll give it 2 thumbs up. I don't give star ratings, but 2
All right,
thumbs
2
up.
thumbs up. Definitely a good match.
So, last bit of piece of information I wanted to talk about. Tom DeLonge. Dave, I'm sure you're.
Tom DeLonge.
Oh, he doesn't remember the name.
I don't think so.
Lead singer. I don't know if he's the lead singer, but founder of Blink 182, UFOologist.
Oh, that.
Founder of.
Well, do you have some news on him?
To the Stars Academy.
What's his name again?
Tom DeLonge. Did you watch that Rogan podcast where he's on there and he's fucking showing him the videos? There was a
Like
pilot
trying
in
to
that.
promote his like books and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they apparently released some new video of UFO footage, which the video does look. I don't know. I'm not interested in UFO footage because it's like, oh, it looks like it could be something,
yeah,
but
something,
it's like,
yeah.
that's all it is. It just looks like it could be something. Give me fucking a UFO that crashes like somewhere and we
Just
actually
like
got evidence.
Bigfoot, man. Just like Bigfoot.
Give me some info. But they got a new video. I seen somebody posting videos of like, oh, there's this stolen from this other account, blah, blah, blah. I was just watching some random video. And I thought it was funny though that like in the video, they're talking about how they're talking about To the Stars Academy, which is apparently this fucking thing that he founded with all these guys from like NASA, ex-NASA and CIA and blah blah blah, all these guys. So they're talking about how like this is a UFO conspiracy guy obviously making this video that I'm watching, and he's like, I don't know about obviously I have questions about To the Stars Academy, but I feel like this video is real. My real concern is Tom DeLonge being duped by these government officials. I think it's so funny the UFO like people, because if you watch videos of Tom DeLonge, he looks like he's fucking yacked out on fucking coke the entire time in the Joe Rogan podcast. He's looking at the like classic retarded YouTube videos and like, that's evidence, Joe. There was a pilot in that.
He's a straight kook.
That's one of my favorite parts. He's showing him the video where the thing just disappears and he just looks at him with a dead straight face. There was a pilot in that.
Oh. People do believe, man. They believe the hell out of that shit.
And they
man.
believe him so much that they think he's like, oh, everything he's saying is true. But it's these CIA guys that he's working for that are actually duping people. Because his whole To the Stars Academy, his whole thing is like, oh, we're gonna release documentaries and fucking
Books
break.
and, like,
We're gonna break the info that the government's keeping secret. Blah blah blah. Leak out all this shit. But we're also gonna do like fiction stuff and like stuff that I've just wanted to do as my own passion projects and blah blah blah. So basically, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start up this To the Stars Academy that he claims is like crowdfunded and publicly owned, which it's not. It's a private company that you can fucking crowdfund and invest in. So he's taking all their money to basically work on fucking books and movies that he's wanted to do, but he doesn't have any Blink 182 money left over, apparently. But it's actually him being duped by CIA officials that, want to keep this shit secret. But yeah, I thought Tom DeLonge, he's a fucking
Seems
crazy, interesting guy if you want to go research him. You've seen the podcast.
I wouldn't even really call him that interesting. He's just crazy where you find it entertaining.
Well, that's what I mean.
In a way.
Interesting because he's crazy.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah,
You gotta enjoy.
he's like the guy that Louis threw, interviewed the crazy UFO guy.
Should we talk about Louis Theroux real quick?
Do we?
We haven't yet, I don't think, on the podcast.
We'll
save-
mention it in close.
We'll
gotta
mention
show
it, but
love to
let's save
Louis,
the
man.
full, review.
Well, yeah, we'll
later.
talk about Louis Theroux in detail next week. But I gotta recommend, if you've never never seen Louis Theroux. I don't know if they're still on YouTube.
Works for the
Probably not.
BBC, you know, does documentaries
Yeah,
for BBC.
he's a documentarian. His shit used to be on YouTube. I don't know if you can find it anymore. Some of
I
his
think
stuff,
you still can some stuff.
There's some stuff that's on Netflix too, but it's not all of his stuff.
Uh-huh.
I have most of his stuff saved in my personal files. But yeah,
Stashed away.
he you gotta look up the episode where he interviews people in Area 51 about UFOs and shit like that. The one guy, we are ready to transmit. We are ready to transmit. That guy's fucking great. Fucking, if you've seen it before, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Louis Theroux, UFOs, Tom DeLonge, some crazy shit. Any other topics to talk about before we end this bitch?
I think that about wraps her up, man. We got into our fucking rages.
We've rambled and raged and talked about crazy people and sports and MMA. Dave, any closing thoughts?
Nothing really for this week.
Nothing really for this week. That should be the name of the podcast. Nothing really.
Nothing
for this
really.
Oh shit! Nothing really
Nothing
for this
really
week.
For this week, we have.
Maybe we'll branch out and that'll be, you know.
Don't worry. There'll be
Down
plenty.
the road.
There'll be plenty more crazy Sea of Thieves stories. You know, we'll keep you updated on our favorite game, Frank's favorite game, Fortnite. You know. It's,
Oh yes.
So
Whatever movies we're watching and shit like that. We still gotta watch El Topo. Talk
I
about that
know.
on the
We were
podcast.
supposed to talk about that this time. Hopefully next week.
We'll see what happens next week. But yeah, we'll close it out. I've been your host, Tank Franklin,
Jonathan, aka way too nice.
And Gentle Warrior.
and this is a Squadcast. We'll
See you guys
next week.
next week.